I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, KP, and welcome back to another edition of Wake Up Warriors. Never in history have two Category 4 or higher hurricanes made landfall in the U.S. in the same season, until now. Just days after Hurricane Harvey ravaged Texas, Hurricane Irma is set to hit Florida with possible impacts all the way up to the Carolinas. It has already leveled southern islands including Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. The storm has cut off the mainland contact for large areas on many of these islands. As the southeastern coast prepares for the worst, we contacted some KP alumni who have found themselves in harm's way and needing to make plans to evacuate.
Hey, my name is Jess Daly. I graduated from King Philip in 2014. I'm now a senior at the University of Miami. I am at the Fort Lauderdale Airport right now. We are evacuating from Hurricane Irma. I booked my flight home on Tuesday afternoon, and 20 minutes later, every flight was sold out. You really can't get a flight. You couldn't get a flight going anywhere in the country after Tuesday night, pretty much. And the flights that you could get were more than $1,000. They say that driving north is really bad. Like people who are driving up to Georgia or South Carolina, the roads are packed. All the stores have been sold out of water for 3 days, 4 days at this point. Gas is really hard to find. They're doing their best to bring it in from Orlando and from North Florida, but it's really hard to get gas. It's hard to get groceries. So we'll see.
Hey KP, I'm TJ Kometz. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a freshman at the University of Tampa, and I graduated from KP last year. And recently I've had to evacuate my school due to the hurricane. The school didn't require us to leave, but they strongly recommended it. So most people listened to them and evacuated, but some people weren't as lucky and couldn't find flights, or couldn't find a bus, or couldn't find a train, or just had no way to get out of there. So there's still a few people there, but I would say for the most part, everybody evacuated. But all the flights were sold out in Tampa last night, or 2 nights ago. So I had to get a rental car and drive 7 hours to Charleston, South Carolina, where I flew out of this morning at 10. I got there at about 2 in the morning last night, and I just slept in the airport till my flight. And my roommates flew out of South Carolina too, but they had to take a different flight because all the flights were sold out. So they'll be here in a few hours, and then I'm going to my roommate's house on Long Island to stay there for the next few days till we can get a flight back. So yeah, that's my story, KP. It's not fun.
Hi everyone, so as most of you know, I'm Kayla Miner. I graduated last spring and I'm now a freshman at University of South Florida in Tampa. So the past 24 hours have been pretty hectic because of the hurricane coming. So my roommate, my friend, and I have evacuated to Georgia to wait out the hurricane there, and where it'll be less intense. And the traffic on the way to there was super intense because everyone's leaving at the same time. It took us 12 and a half hours to get from Tampa, Florida to Atlanta, Georgia. So it's been pretty crazy, but we're in a safe area now, so hopefully everyone stays safe during the hurricane and has plenty of food and water.
Despite being almost 2,000 miles away from the devastation of Hurricane Harvey in Houston, our King Philip community has once again come together to provide support and supplies for those who have lost everything. Former Boston Red Sox pitcher Curt Schilling and King Philip School Committee member Mr. Killian led a group of trucks filled with supplies to the coastal Texas city of Beaumont. Before making the trip, community members gathered in Medfield and for almost 2 days received and organized supplies from people all over New England. Mrs. Greenleaf got in on the effort and had a chance to talk to Mr. Killian before his trek.
So what we're doing here is Kurt Schilling's Operation Dugout. It's basically support of supplies, materials, clothes, all that's going down to support the victims of Hurricane Harvey. So we're going to load up this trailer here behind me, and there's a 40-footer coming. Kurt's going to be bringing a 40-footer. Supposed to be here at 7 o'clock this morning. I don't know where he is. Maybe he's pitching. I don't know, but you better get here quickly. So we got all this other stuff that we got to load onto that truck. It's overwhelming, to be honest with you. We weren't going to have a second trailer, but we started yesterday at 9 o'clock. I will say by 1 o'clock we knew we were going to need not only a second trailer, but one twice the size of what we have behind us.
The Schilling team has raised over $8,000 and plan to continue their efforts in both Texas and in Florida when the time comes.
13 long-haired dachshunds have been displaced along with mom and dad. So they're in need of a wheelchair and a lot of help. We stopped last night and bought, cages, crates, food, and a ton of supplies because Mama's whelping and she's getting ready to deliver. So we're gonna go over there and do that, and then now we're heading to Houston. The goal is to help the lost, the Forgotten Dogs of the 5th Ward rescue up there. Apparently he's having trouble, and there are people up there. Now I think, I've learned a lot this time around. I feel like I think we did a great job planning. The plan right now for Irma is to talk to my wife first, because I seem to be announcing all my plans prior to talking to my wife. Hardest thing is that first 48 to 72 hours when the chaos is there and people are dying and animals are dying. So that's what we're going to try and do.
The compassion and humanity that comes when communities congregate to help others is truly inspiring. Similar to those in our community and so many others who have reached out to help those in Houston, a small community in Canada came to the aid of thousands following 9/11. KPTV's Leah Crowley tells not only that story, but also the unexpected way it was brought to the public eye.
We've seen the tragic events of September 11th, 2001 brought to focus through many different forms of media, movies, TV shows, books, and more. But last year, one particular story from those frightening days debuted in an unlikely form, the Broadway stage. A contender for Best Musical at the 2017 Tony Awards, Come From Away tells a true story of heroism and compassion of a small Canadian town of Gander, Newfoundland, in the immediate aftermath of 9/11. After U.S. airspace was closed for fear of another attack, 38 planes with almost 7,000 passengers were grounded in the small airport. Despite the confused panic, the 10,000 citizens of Gander opened up their hearts and their homes to all of the passengers until they could return home safe. Come From Away originated from the mind of Toronto theater producer Michael Rubinoff, but was written by Irene Sankoff and David Hein. In 2011, during the 10-year anniversary of 9/11, Sankoff and Hein traveled to Gander and interviewed not only the locals who provided their town to complete strangers, but also some of the stranded passengers who returned to Gander to show their gratitude to the citizens for their compassion over a decade ago. Sankoff and Hein then translated these stories into a different kind of Broadway musical, with completely original score and music. Unlike normal musicals, Come From Away only has 12 cast members, who play various characters throughout the show, whose stories weave an intricate web. The show has been lauded as a fantastic tribute by almost all who attend, including Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and First Daughter Ivanka Trump. The show was nominated for 7 Tonys and won Best Director. It has also received numerous other accolades. Come From Away and the real citizens of Gander encourages all to show humanity in trying times despite fear or reservation.
Have you ever dreamed of escaping to Neverland with Tinkerbell, Captain Hook, and the Lost Boys? Then Mr. Ferreira has the perfect opportunity for you. Auditions for Peter Pan are on September 11th and 13th. Bring a monologue, music, and shoes you can dance in. Hook hand, not necessary. Many freshmen are still searching for the 3rd floor pool. Don't worry, you'll find it eventually. While you guys were looking, KPTV's Robert Gianelli set out to see how your first week was and how you're feeling about the upcoming year.
So Ashley, how was your first day?
Pretty good. I like all my teachers. Happy to be back. Yeah.
What do you want to accomplish this year?
I want to try to get all A's this year.
Tell me, how was your first day of school?
It was great.
Really? All your students are good?
They're awesome.
Do you like your classes?
I love them.
That's good. Can you tell us like your favorite classes, what you're excited for?
Excited for football games.
I'm excited for senior privileges.
We can tell the heat really isn't affecting Tina at all. What are you excited for this year?
I'm not sure.
No? Like, do you have any goals?
Not really.
Okay. Well,
Just do good in school, I guess.
that's a good goal. That is a goal, Wes.
All right.
That's our broadcast for this week. See you back here next Friday.
Every day I'm shuffling.